Timekeepers, they now have gone to sleep because they haven't found the siren for the start of the final term. The umpire standing in the middle with the ball aloft. He looks like there we go. Start of the final term, 18-15, 123 North Geelong. And Thomson, 10-5, 65. Now from the middle, Bradley gets it down towards Daniels. Long kick towards full forward. Comes back towards Lofts down there. Fisher also. And Fisher runs away. Left foot kick in the end. High. Sets Herner task. Goes up. Can't take the mark. Off hands at the back. And came through towards Oakley. Hearn again fighting hard for it. Coming through to Daniels. And still pretty scrappy at 50. Hearn through the middle. In fact, it's Shannon through the middle. Goes long and out wide. Gibbs leads in the race of the ball in front of Baxter. And they'll see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw in on centre wing.
You'd expect Thomson to throw everything in for the first 5 or 10 minutes, Laurie, and endeavour to get some sort of something out of the game.
Well, I'm sure they will. I noticed Christian Thorley was the bloke doing most of the talking at that three-quarter time, and I had the headset off, and I could actually hear him. He was saying to throw everything into this quarter, and we'll just see what happens.
So from the throw-in, the ball's come to ground. Cockrell runs onto it. Handball to Priddle for North Geelong. He goes for the low chip pass, misses all players, picked up at half-back there by Harris, a long handball, and Thomson towards half-forward. Mark not taken, comes to ground. It's handballed out there by Roberts, but they can't control it at the moment. It's come back to Rory Priddle, who picks it up, but he's forced over the boundary line as he does. And on outer centre wing, the ball is out of bounds once again. So, ball brought in. Rasty doing the ruck work. I noticed Lofts is a loose man almost in the defensive goal square. So North are trying to preserve their lead as the ball is brought across there by Troy Maharis. Long handball. And the ball comes back by foot to centre half forward. But great mark there for North Geelong. And
Longstaff.
It's Longstaff on the ground. Has taken the defensive mark just backward of centre for North Geelong. So last quarter so far been played pretty much in the centre of the ground. Well, the foot pass has gone astray. Oakley for Thomson accepts a handball. Magnificent smother there by Rory Priddle. And the ball picked up again and forced to Shane Stone. He's tackled strongly and the ball spills clear. Play on, said the umpire. Finally picked up by Roberts of Thomson.
That's why Simon Lofts there.
And it's kicked it straight to Simon Lofts in the full-back position. He goes wide to the outer side. Long kick. Ball comes to ground. Kicked off the ground there by Shannon. Lucks of fortune into the arms there of Rory Priddle. Priddle over centre half forward. Rasty runs onto the footy. He's going to be run down from behind, but he gets his foot to the ball. It's going to land in the goal square, and players force it through eventually for a behind to North Geelong. So that's the first score of the last quarter. 18-16, 124. North Geelong. They lead Thomson 10-5, 65. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 3 minutes.
Stein kicks in, finds Baxter, handball, inboard, towards Burke, back to Baxter. They get out of trouble, then he gives it back towards Stein, who gets a hand to it. They're only 30 metres out from North Geelong's goal. He's got a bit of time now to set something up and switch play towards Edwards, but Zitko might chop it off and does at half forward. Drills it back towards Cockrell at centre half forward. Good kick, and he takes the mark at centre half forward. Ian Cockrell. You see Jamie Marnie limping off with the aid of the trainers, and Brad Scown coming back on. Doesn't look good. And Ian Cockrell, who has kicked one goal this afternoon, goes towards the lead of Stewie Marnie in the pocket. Doesn't quite get there. Handball over the top towards Bradley for Thomson. Close to the boundary line. Drills it around the line. Good kick for distance and for accuracy. 40 metres he gains, and it's out of bounds at half back.
This would certainly suit North Geelong, Eric.
Yeah, certainly.
This bit of play.
Yes, Thomson have got to be more positive, don't they? They've got to get down the middle. Bit of a reshuffle with North Geelong players. Scown coming back on the ground. I'm surprised to see him off, actually. It was very good early.
So a boundary throw in, half forward for North Geelong. Ratchi in front, gets it down towards Friars. Handball chopped off. Thorley gets it, runs free, does well, breaks through and goes with the right boot long to centre half forward. Fisher holds on as well as Maharis. 6 of one, half dozen the other. But the free kick goes to the Magpies. Handball went to Daniel Gibbs. Back from Longstaff to Gibbs. Little left foot kick towards Cockrell on centre wing. And he's called to hold from the bench, and he does so on centre wing. And now Cockrell. Wobbly punt kick towards Weiss coming out on a lead over his head. Oakley gets back there. Handballs it to Baxter. Has to backstep. Now goes the right boot. Oh, and it's all North Geelong. Shannon holds the ball on centre wing for the Magpies.
So the umpire Hunter in a bit of a bad way. I think he's got a thigh injury perhaps. He's not moving at all well.
So Shannon from centre wing. Goes high towards half forward. Coming through Rathje. Second effort was great too on the ground. Picks it up. 30-metre handball towards Zitko. Gets away from Burke on the right boot. And into the pocket. And the mark has been taken by Paul Smith. Goes backwards to Rathje. And he takes the mark. 30 metres out from goal. 45-degree angle.
Almost as bad. They're both left-footers on the wrong side.
So Jason Rathje, who has kicked 3 goals too this afternoon, to line up for goal number 4.
Yes, he started in a blaze of glory, Laurie, but he sort of faded a little bit, Jason.
Yeah, just a little.
So Jason Rathje coming in for goal number 4.
He's got it.
And he's got it. Good kick. So the 4th for the number 8 for North Geelong and the 19th for the Magpies. They go to 19, 16, 130.
And here comes the rain. That won't help Thomson scores either.
No.
And they're 10, 5, 65. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes played.
Yes, and the North really going on with it, Laurie, since half-time, or since 5 minutes into the third quarter, they've really been dominant.
Well, I agree with what they've done. I mean, it's common sense to put the big fella down on the back line there. I mean, if they're going to bomb it in, he's going to grab it when it comes up into the air, and they're prepared to run the ball into the breeze, and I think that's good coaching, and, he's pretty smart, Russell Hearn.
In the middle, Rathje gets the tap down for North Geelong. It's a long tap, running to meet the footy. Strong work there by Burke, but unfortunately doesn't take the footy. Mitchell butters up, gets it to Thorley for Thomson. Lovely pass from the assistant coach. And the mark has been taken by Nick Maheras. He's outside 50, but he puts it in. Well, he's hooked it across the ground. I don't think that's where he wanted it to go. And at centre half forward, ball comes to ground. Big pack of players. Finally, well, just as it came clear, the umpires put a whistle on play, and the ball will be put in the air once again. At centre half forward for Thomson. 7 minutes gone, final quarter. And now a few players might be feeling the cold, Laurie. There's players coming off.
Do you blame them?
No, not at all. As the ball goes in the air, Brett Fisher gets the tap down. Only as far there as O'Toole. And once again, the umpire puts a whistle on play. And is it Ferguson coming back onto the ground in the final quarter? He wouldn't be too happy with his teammates getting injured at this point in time, because it's nearly minus the temperature. I think it's very, very cold as the umpire puts it in the air at centre half forward again. Fisher, the secondary punch, gets it to ground. Coming through is Russell Hearn. He can't take the footy. Players unable to pick it up until finally Brad Scown picks it up. Tries to get a handball clear. On the second attempt does. O'Toole picks it up. Can he get clear? Gets a kick, but it's smothered. Very, very tough in the middle there is Oakley. Finally gets it out to Aitchison, and Thomson through Aitchison get the ball to half forward, and the mark taken. Is that Riley over there?
Yep.
It's very difficult to see the players at the moment as the umpire now calls him to play on. He went around. He kicks it long to full forward. Nick Maheras can't take the mark. Comes to Cockrell for North. Gets it back to the 50-metre arc. Players now tending to slip a little bit also on the slippery surface. The ball inside 50 for Thomson. Very congested. Umpire puts a whistle on play. The free kick, the indication is to North Geelong, and it goes to O'Toole. He decides to switch play. I'm not too sure whether he knows where he's going to, but he's kicked it, almost a great mark there to Thomson through Daniels, and Stone it is. And he actually gets a free kick for a push in the back. Player came over the top of him, and it's Shane Stone, the coach of Thomson. He's about 60 metres out from goal, waiting for the footy to be returned to him.
Oh.
So now...
That's 50.
For what reason?
Not giving the football back on the full. And Shane Stone used all of his experience to walk away from the handball too, when he did handball it back. So it'll be Shane Stone, 10 metres out, comes in. He's just put it through. So
the
he's
goal.
second. And the 11th for Thomson. They go to 11.5, 71. And they trail North Geelong 19-16 130. That's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Final quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes played. Just going through the motions now, Laurie, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. I can't see him. Thompson's just not playing good enough footy at the moment just to bomb on a few goals, I don't think. And whilst it's scrappy, it's probably what North Geelong want.
Final score AFL Richmond 13-16-94 have defeated West Coast 10-13-73. Ball back in the middle.
That's a good win. Did you tip that?
Oh, I did actually.
Did you?
Yes, I was rather lucky. Ball back in the middle, comes to ground. North Geelong, can they get it clear? They can't because very congested. Rathje kicks it wide, but it's marked by Sabali Armstrong for Thomson. He goes long to the forward pocket, running onto the football. Oh, held without the footy. No free kicks at the umpire. Comes to ground. Timmy Gardner gets a handball looking for Nick Maharis. He can't control it, and off his hands, it's over the boundary line. It might have landed fairly heavily on his arm there, Nick Maharis as well. But Rory Priddle coming off, and
they all want the tracksuit.
Yes, I think if he's had a hamstring, it's probably not a bad move from Priddle, I might suggest. But from the throw in, players have come to ground. Umpires put a whistle on play. The free kick
Thomson.
is going to Thomson. It looks like Nick Maharis, who was certainly on the bottom of that pack, and he's got the free kick. 35 metres out, 45-degree angle, correct side for a right footer. And we'll see if he can enhance that Thomson score just a little bit. Nick Maharis, he's gone back a long way. There's another interchange being made, this time for Thomson. So the kick there from Maharis is, he's missed to the near side, he has. So it's only behind. 3-2, his performance today is Nick Maharis. They go to 11-6-72, Thomson. They trail North Geelong 19-16, 130. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
Elzinger from fullback for the Magpies. Plays on again and goes long outside the half-back flank. Use of the body by Nick Maharis at the back of Fisher. He takes the mark and Rathje, and he goes long. Daniels had made position coming in off the half-forward flank and took the grab. Will kick from 35 metres out, slide angle. So, Stephen Daniels, who hasn't kicked a goal today as yet, will come in and has still not kicked a goal. He's pushed it to the near side and one behind. So they go to 11-7-73 now, Thomson, and North Geelong 19-16 130. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes we've been playing.
Whilst they're still very competitive, the skills have sort of gone out of the game, Laurie, haven't they? And I guess the weather and how dark it is contributing to that.
Yeah, certainly they have, and they were in the game for a long time though. The Skills today, they've been good, but as Jason said before, I think they're just going through the motions now.
Well, the kick in is short from Elzinger to Cockrell. He's handball it long back to Elzinger, and he's made a mess of it. Picked up there by Harris, gets a handball looking for Timmy Gardner, but North Geelong prepared to rush another behind for Thomson. They move to 11-8-74. They trail North Geelong 19-16 130. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, almost 14 minutes.
So Elzinger again from fullback. Straight down the middle, looking for Fisher. Coming up, Oakley. Can't take the mark, off hands. Falls to the side of the pack. They rake free towards Mitchell Thomson. They go back to him. Inside the centre square, goes towards Daniels again, who puts the arms up, plays on quickly, goes to the right boot towards full
He's
forward.
got that one.
He's got that one. Tim Gardner's shepherded Troy Elzinger off the...
Oh.
Now the umpire is having the goal
He's going for
allowed.
He's
and
going to his pocket.
Sending Troy Elzinger off for 15 minutes, is he?
Yes.
So Daniels,
he's reported him. So the goal stands to Stevie Daniels. And now Troy Elzinger is playing to the crowd as he comes off to be replaced. And the 12th goal is on the board for Thomson. They go 12-8-80. They trail North Geelong 19-16-130. I suspect he has been reported for striking Tim Gardner.
Nobody seems to know what's happening at the moment. So
the two umpires are discussing something in the middle. The players don't look as though they're really interested in playing football.
So not too sure what's happening. If he's been reported, can he be replaced? Can't be replaced. So the umpire's now
What's he
coming toward the bench. He's changed it from.
He's reported him for headbutting Tim Gardner, and he sent him off for the rest of the game. So now he can't be replaced for the rest of the game, and they're down to 17. And I would suspect it'd be an opportune time for umpire Hunter to come off the ground because he can't run anyway because he's done a corky or something, or done a thigh or something.
Well, from the throw up in the middle, it's come to David Gibbs, handball to Cockrell. He kicks into the forward line, but the mark in defence taken by Burke of Thomson. He goes wide looking for and finding Mitchell, and takes the mark. Plays on quickly, looking for teammate on centre wing, but Rasty gets there first to the footy and quite happy to run it over the boundary line. So, well, it's been a game infamous for all the wrong reasons, Laurie. I've never seen a game like it. So, been some great footy as the ball comes in on centre wing. Rasty gets the tap down for North Geelong. First to it, but not able to control it on that occasion was Longstaff of North Geelong. So boundary umpire with the footy adjacent to our broadcast position, throws it in. Rasty takes it out of the ruck, can't control the kick, however. Handball comes finally to Daniels on the left foot, goes to centre half forward. Good mark at centre half forward. Nick Maharis takes it strongly under strong opposition there from Brett Fisher. Decides not to kick it. Handballs to brother Troy. Troy on the left foot finds Timmy Gardner, who's led fairly quickly out to wide on the half forward flank, taking the mark inside 50, and we'll have a shot on goal. Be kicking from approximately 45 metres. Daniel Gibbs on the mark, and an endeavour to improve the score level for Thomson. Tim Gardner moves in, kicks from 50, doesn't get it too well, and hooks it slightly, so it's offline to the left, behind to Thomson and to Tim Gardner. They go now to 12-9-81. Thomson. They trail North Geelong 19-16, 130. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard just ticked past 18 minutes.
So Rory Priddle is back on the ground to kick in. Goes to the outer side, looking for Lofts. Oh, up high, Armstrong taps it away. Troy Maharis at the front, gives it away to Bradley. Left foot kick, but it's going to be chopped off, and David Gibbs takes the mark. So Gibbs looks to play on now. Run around Gardner and go with the right boot towards centre wing. Ratchie's up there, off the hands to Fisher. He gets it towards Ferguson. Kick around his corner towards the middle of the ground again. Free kick for a hold, said the umpire. And it's going to go to Thomson. And coming back to Andrew Atchison, who plays on now. Goes towards Daniels and Mitchell. Daniels goes up off hand. Zitko comes through, does well. Goes to the right foot. The lead on from Stewie Marnie goes in that direction. Can't take the mark, off hands to the front of the pack. Thorley's there. Got one high, no free kick. They run free. Goes back towards Zitko at centre half forward. Runs through the middle. Kicks it up again, gets a good shepherd, goes to the right foot long towards a one-out situation. Smith's over the back, coming through also is Stein. Smith gets his hand to it, Stein's there as well. Thomson with the numbers now. Atchison turns it around the corner and gets it to Mitchell, who takes the mark and plays on. Goes towards centre wing. JJ, the big man's there, holds off a player, needs some team support. Gets it from Bradley, then gets wrapped up and gets thrown over the boundary line with the ball, and also O'Toole. And it'll be a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, it makes it difficult now with one man off the ground and trying to run that ball into the breeze, doesn't it?
Yes, fortunately they've got plenty of score in their in the bank. The ball thrown in. Players not able to get clear at all as the umpire puts a whistle on play and will put the ball in the air once again. So front of our broadcast position on true centre wing in very, very dark, cold, wet conditions. The umpire puts the ball in the air. Rasty gets beaten by Oakley on that occasion. Picked up by O'Toole, tries to get a kick away. Coming after the footy, trying to keep it in is Troy Maharis, but the boundary umpire signified it was out and the ball will be thrown in once again. So 20 and a half minutes into the final quarter. The ball comes in, Rasty beaten on that occasion by Roberts. Ball comes to ground, Rasty chases through, takes the ball with the body, has a bounce, runs the half forward flank, kicks along to the full forward position. Sitko in great position. He's taken a great mark coming across behind the pack there. And Mario Zitko, initially not selected in the side today, but came in after the players dropped out and has taken the mark 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. And with the bruise, will take still quite a good kick from that position to get the goal. Excuse me, 21 minutes gone. Final quarter. Sitko about to move in. Almost behind the line of the kick here, so we get a good idea of where it's gone as he moves in. It's a good looking kick. It's drifted across. I think the goal umpire has said it's good enough, and a very good goal there to Mario Zitko and to North Geelong. They kicked their 20th. They moved to 20-16, 136. They lead Thomson 12-9, 81. That's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 22 minutes now into the final quarter.
Yeah, well, that was a good goal into the breeze, and you know, they're doing everything right. And that came from Jason Ratchke again. He's done some good work there around the packs today again.
How dark is it? It is dark here at Osborne Park. Back to the middle, Ratchie in the ruck. Oakley gets it down towards Hearn. Left foot kick over his shoulder towards centre half forward. Coming out, Weiss leaves the ball. Atchison doesn't. Picks it up at half back. Oh, Ratchie, great tackle. Coming back to Zitko. Could make it 2 in a minute. Runs towards 40 metres out. Smith in front. Also there is Marnie. Off hands towards Marnie at the front of the pack. Handball back to David Gibbs. And off a step. Kicks it behind. And while that's happening, Jason Stein and Paul Smith are in the goal square wrestling. They could have actually got possibly been a lead or something there, but 3 for 1 behind to the Magpies. So the kick in will come out from Burke. Oh, Ratchie goes up high, falls to Bradley, goes to Thorley, back towards Stone in the middle, who takes the kick towards centre half forward. Fryers goes up, off his hands, Lofts does the roving work. Gardner pushes him off the ball. Foot race between him and Daniel Gibbs. And Gibbs can't pick it up. He's got some teammates there in support though. The handball comes back towards Gibbs again, close to Bangelon. He runs away, wants to switch play towards O'Toole. Handball over the top was okay as well. The Magpies with the numbers. And they go with a kick out wide. Longstaff looking for Cockrell. It'll sit in for him. Ratchie's short if he wants him. He kicks in the air. It'll bring rain. It already has nearly. Ratchie comes out. Can't take the mark. It's off hands and out of bounds right in front of our commentary position on centre wing.
So at almost 24 minutes into the final quarter, very difficult to see the players. And I guess
it must be pretty difficult for them.
Difficult for them, yeah, that's right. So the ball comes in front of our broadcast position. Comes to ground. David Gibbs, handball. Umpire called him for dropping the ball. So perhaps the umpire
can't see it. Oh, it's too dark.
So the free kick's gone to Dean Oakley for Thomson. He kicks it towards centre half forward. Long kick in front there, Nick Maharis. He can't take the mark, comes to ground. Priddle, Shepherd's there for
Fisher.
Brett Fisher heads for the boundary line and has found it on half-back flank. And I think North Geelong for the remainder of the game will be more than happy just to defend the footy out there as the boundary umpire puts the ball in on half-forward flank for Thomson. Lofts doing the ruck work, this time against Harris. Ball comes to the front. Russell Hearn picks it up, runs away. kicks the ball long to half forward. Oh, from the back, it's a great mark there for North Geelong. And it's Weiss. So Weiss now, between wing and half forward, comes back into the centre. He's got O'Toole on his own. He takes the mark, plays on quickly, has the lead coming from Zitko. He attacks the footy. Ball eludes he and his opponent there in Burke. Burke comes back onto it, picks it up, kicks short to the centre. It's all Thomson in there. Mark taken there by Stone. Stone goes long, looking for a forward up there. Can't find one. It's Longstaff, picks it up, kicks it over the head of his teammate down there in Shannon. And the ball has drifted over the boundary line between wing and half forward for Thomson. Almost in front of the social club here at North Geelong. 25 and a half minutes gone. Final quarter. Ball in again. Rathje and Oakley. Ball comes down. Hearn punches forward off the ground. Good work. Gibbs runs onto the footy. Bounces well for him. Kicks back towards the centre half forward position, looking again for Weiss. But it's Aitchison. He overruns the footy. Weiss comes back on it. 3-1 against him. And the numbers went out because Sabali Armstrong for Thomson kicks it wide to Nick Maharis. He takes the mark. He goes looking for, it's Mitchell I think out there. He's got the footy, comes back into the corridor, and mark taken by Sabali Armstrong. He's outside 50, but not beyond the realms of possibility for him. Decides to have a go. And have a go he does. It's a magnificent kick. He's got the distance.
What a kick.
But unfortunately it's offline. He's second behind for the day. And as Laurie said, what a kick. 12-10-82 Thomson. They trailed North Geelong 20-17-137. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard approaching 27 minutes.
Gee, he gives it a fair old ride, doesn't he?
He does with the wind as well. So waiting for the ball to come back.
Sort of a half-baked torpedo. Didn't work properly, wasn't it?
Priddle plays on from full back, gains 10 metres, kicks out long towards half back. Maharis goes up, takes the mark. That's Nick. So just outside half the 50-metre line, goes across towards Justin. Now, I think Ferguson might beat him to the ball. He does, but then he's got Thorley in support for Thomson, so they've done well. Handballs it up further towards Daniels at half forward. He runs free, has the ball again, loses it. In the middle of the pack there, the Magpies work hard. Hearn has got the ball and goes back towards the middle of the ground. Off hands, David Gibbs can run free. And it sits for him. Aitchison comes at him, but he gets the short little kick towards Smith, who picks it up well on his bootlaces and goes with a left foot kick towards the goal and has put it.
He's golden.
No, it's
hit the
post. So one behind to him and one to North Geelong. They go to 20 goals, 18, 138, and they lead Thomson 12-10-88. On the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes played.
Kick in comes to the centre. Thorley can't take the mark, comes to ground, stacks on the mill, and the umpire will put a whistle on play now. And between wing and half forward for North Geelong, the umpire will take the football and put it in the air once again. 28 minutes gone. Players all looking for commentators, umpires all looking for the siren now because it's bitterly cold. Rathje gets another tap down and gets it forward. Kicked off the ground by O'Toole for North Geelong into the half-forward area. Coming hard, the football goes across to Stone. He chips looking for a teammate. All he can do is find, on that occasion, Shannon. It wasn't Shannon, it was Ferguson. And he's found a teammate in Zitko, who's had a good last quarter up there. And has taken the mark some 45 metres out, 45 degree angle, kicking into the bruise. This would be a huge kick from there. Already kicked one in this final quarter. Mario Zitko is lining up once again as the rain there starts to tumble down. Zitko moves in. It's a good kick for distance. It's across the face and off hands. It's over the boundary line, right adjacent to the behind post in the forward area. There's a whistle on play, blood rule being signified. Is it Aaron Bradley with blood?
You wouldn't want to come on and do a hammy now, would you?
No.
Poor old Brad Roberts set to come on.
Well, Bradley was coming off the ground, and then there was a whistle, so I don't know quite what transpired there. Rory Priddle just said to Brad Roberts, "Look, what about we both go off?" So the ball thrown in, Jason to the behind post, comes to ground. At the back is Zitko, tries to elude the tackle, can't do so. Rathje picks it up, high in the air to full forward. It's
Great mark.
come to ground, terrific mark there for Thomson.
There it
as
goes.
The siren goes and
Everyone's happy.
ends the agony. The final score here at Osborne Park, North Geelong 2018, 138 have defeated Thomson 12-10, 82 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
So in that final term, Thomson kicked 2 goals 5, while North Geelong managed 2 goals 3, and in the end it was 20 goals 18, 138 to 12, 10, 82. The goal kickers for the Magpies, 4 each to Paul Smith and Jason Rathje, 3 each to Daniel Gibbs and to Rory Priddle, and singles to Mario Zitko, Corey Lockwood, Jamie Weiss, Stuart Marnie, Ian Cockrell and Russell Hearn. While for Thomson, 3 goals to Nick Maharis and 2 each to Shane Stone, Troy Maharis and Aaron Bradley. Singles to Jason Stein, Stevie Daniels and Tim Gardner. But in the end, it was the Magpies, 20 goals 18, 138. They keep their unbeaten record intact. 7 wins from 7 games now. They defeated Thomson 12, 10, 82. We'll take a break.